Hello, I'm Kirk Davies, Rangeland Scientist with the Agricultural Research Service. This week I'm going to discuss soils. Soils provide the medium for plant growth by providing nutrients and holding water for plants. Differences in soils determine how productive a piece of land is. Soil differences can also determine what plant species can or cannot grow there. Soils are classified by differences in their chemical and physical properties. Soil classification is a hierarchy classification starting with 12 orders, which can be subdivided into suborders, grade groups, subgroups, families, and finally series. In our area we have three main orders: aridosols, andisols, and mollisols. Aridosols are dry soils, often with limited organic matter. Andisols are soils of volcanic origin, and mollisols are often considered grassland soils. Mollisols are often darker color than aridosols because of higher organic content. Today I'm going to discuss soil texture and its importance. Soil texture is the measurement of soil particle size. Clays are the smallest, silts are medium sized, and sands are the largest soil particles. Sands are predominantly made of quartz or other primary silicate and provide smaller amounts of nutrients than clays and silts. Clays are much smaller than the other particles and have large specific surface areas. In fact, a tablespoon of clay can have a surface area up to the size of a football field. The large surface area of clays allows them to have a huge capacity to absorb water and other substances. The proportions of clays, silts, and sands determine the soil texture classes. Loamy textural classes feel like they have roughly equal portions of silt, clay, and sand. Loamy soil is desirable because it often provides water and nutrients better than soils dominated by one soil particle size. Today I'm going to discuss soil structure. Soil structure is the arrangement of soil particles into aggregates. Organic matter and other substances act as a cement between soil particles to form these aggregates. Soil structure greatly influences water movement into and through soils. More advanced soil structure provides large pores for water to rapidly move into soil and many smaller pores to hold water for plant use. The loss of soil structure can result in accelerated erosion and reduced productivity. The reduction in productivity is caused by the reduction in water holding capacity, water infiltration, and aeration. A good example of reduction in soil structure is compaction. Soil compaction pushes the soil particles together and reduces the pores between them. I'm going to discuss saline and sodic soils today. Saline soils were previously called white alkali, and sodic soils were called black alkali. Saline soils have high concentrations of salts in them. Sodic soils have high concentrations of sodium ions, which is also a kind of salt. Sodic and saline soils contains enough salt to interfere with normal plant growth. Plants that grow on these soils typically have developed adaptations to tolerate the high salt concentrations. Infiltration of water in sodic soils is reduced because of the high sodium concentrations prevent the soil from developing good structure. Water puddles on sodic soils rather than soaking into the soil. Because of the limitations to plant growth, these soils are considered relatively unproductive. Today I'm going to discuss expansive soils, often referred to as shrink swell clays. Shrink swell clays occur on about 20% of the land area in the United States. These soils swell when wet and shrink when dry. When dry, shrink swell clays have many deep cracks and thus are easy to identify by the crisscross pattern of wide, deep cracks. The shrinking and swelling can cause sufficient movement of the soil to crack building foundations, burst pipes, and even buckle pavement. The shrink-swell movement consistently disturbs the soil, thus opening the site up for establishment of exotic weeds. In our area, shrink-swell